The poll is live. The poll is live. Yeah, there we go. Sorry for the delay, guys. Let's jump in. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, happy weekend, happy Sunday. Let's get strapped in today for the weekly close. We are live once more. I'm, of course, yours truly, the one and only Coin Baron. And today's video live stream is sponsored by WolfSwap. So make sure you give them a quick check, all in the description down below. Anyways, quick hello here to all the beautiful people in the chat. I see Edward strapping in, PZK strapped in as well, Swerver is strapped in, and Varys is strapped in as a member for about 5 months already. Jeez Louise. Varys, thank you very much again. Very, very much. Ultra Justin as well, that's Crow. Vitor is also in the house. I see Akash. Want to see Crow at least reach the cycle high. Seeing it underperform is really painful. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the new narrative really of CRO this cycle. Because guys, believe it or not, CRO is going to be an AI play in 2025. Let's talk a bit more about that. But first, you can see right. There's a red light. A red light. That means that Crow is down on the daily. So let's take a quick peek on the charts. And while we look at the charts for Crow right now, guys, I want to remind you, we right now have a little poll going right now. A little poll. Because we're going to try out something new in the stream. A bit later, what we're going to do is actually taking a look at this video here. So Mr. Oscar Ramos just posted a new video. And he says, well, what can 100,000 Crow coins be worth in 2025? So we'll actually go watch that video. See what he says. Let's also pause sometimes. Give our opinion. And also just talk about what's all happening in that video. And let me know what you guys think. What do you think 100,000 Crow coins will be worth in 2025? Gave a few options: 50,000, 100,000, 271,000, and 500,000. And of course, everything in between. Let me know in the chat, in the comments down below as well. Gonna take a look at that video a bit later. But first, the chart here, because yeah, what can we say? It's quite a bearish week, guys. It's quite a bearish week right now. Let's go to the weekly because that makes things a bit more clear. It's a big red week. The lowest close so far, right at the previous week, and the lowest candle here. So it's not the best. It's honestly not the best right now for Crow. It's a red week. But looking at some other indicators, we might be coming to a very close bounce here. Because let's go back to the daily, and we talked about this in the Thursday live stream as well. But Cronos is right here, touching right at the 100-day simple moving average. So for Cronos, it is looking bad, but it's also looking okay at the same time. I know a bounce should be coming shortly. At least that is my personal opinion on the matter here. Volume is down this weekend, of course. But what is Bitcoin doing? Well, Bitcoin is actually not that down. It's, of course, up again on the day. We see a green candle here for Bitcoin, which is honestly quite okay. Bitcoin had quite a rough Friday, had quite a rough Thursday, but it is really recovering quite happily right now. But the big resistance will come right here at about the 21-day simple moving average. So Yeah. Interesting times, interesting times. I do want to remind you though, guys, that the year is just still very early. Today, I actually got rid of the Christmas stuff, all the Christmas decoration. It is gone. So it's time to lock in, to strap in again for 2025. Because honestly, Q3, Q4 is going to be boom time. I believe. It's time to really have your conviction plays. And even guys, you can be bearish on, for example, Cronos. You might be bearish on Cronos because maybe, I don't know, you don't see, you're not really into the crypto exchange tokens possible, right? I mean, BNB token probably won't have the same meteoric rise as last cycle. Maybe you're into different tokens, but make sure by now you have your conviction plays. Make sure you are stacking those tokens, because it's not only about the dollar value right now, it's about the potential, right? It's about the fundamental potential. But okay, that's what's happening right now for Crow Bitcoin. And I have to show the screen. This is not looking great. This is not looking great for Crow Bitcoin. We might be closing the week below, for me, a very important line here. So last week, we actually had a bounce here. And a beautiful bounce, went back to the orange line here. But right now, we're closing down below this again. So we might have some more pain due for Cronos in the Bitcoin pair as well, which is interesting. A quick hello as well to Mr. Cliff Power. Hello, Crow fam. Hello, sir. And Mr. Wade is working, but he's still strapped in. Wait a minute, Mr. Wade, you're working on a Sunday. Salute to you as well, salute. Crow reacts, I like this. Let me know what you think about the poll, Mr. Vitor. Quite funny, honestly, because I was looking at YouTube, right? And it's Crow here, also from the Crypto Report. I do follow quite a bit of Crow content. I honestly don't care about Shiba Inu. I don't care about Dogecoin. I care about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cronos. Sometimes I like to see a bit more of XRP as well. XRP is a top 3 token at this point, so you have to take it seriously, even though I don't have any position in it. It is interesting though, nevertheless. And I have to give credits where credits are due. Ripple has been really fighting, for a better crypto jurisdiction, or better crypto rules, right? Better crypto laws. So again, credit where credit's due. Ripple won the fight. And right now, XRP is plucking the fruits. Akash, I hope the next week starts with a bullish run with the Trump inauguration. It's happening on the 20th, right? The 20th. So that should be not next week, Monday, but the week after, right? Let me check. Yeah. So in about 8 days. When does the pain end? Again, I can repeat this a lot, guys, but I do think the pain, at least for the Crow US dollar value, might be very much over here. It might be very much over here. Reaching some important levels. 100-day simple moving average. Typically quite important. So you can see here, the 100-day actually was the resistance. So did we flip the 100-day in support right now? Potentially, right? That would be beautiful. That will be absolutely beautiful to bring us to new levels. Again, if you take a look at Fibonacci levels, we have to take a look here, for example, 38, 39 cents. It keeps sleeping a bit. I need to fix this chart, but still, let's say 38 cents. That's going to be a very important level. Anyways, Mr. Redbug as well. Hello, how are you? Mr. Niels, hope you're strapped in as well. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing well. By the way, I'm also in the NFT space a bit with the Loaded Lions. And I might have a new ticket as well. New ticket for football match, Champions League next week again. So there might be a bit less content, but I will make it up to you. Because let's talk a bit about some AI plays, right? That's the title of this video. AI plays. Did I miss a message here? Quick hello to Bjorn as well. Bjorn, welcome. Good evening. Will Johnson as well. Coming in. Everybody knows the right answer of this quiz. Yeah, exactly. Let me check. Guys, 50 people watching right now. 50 people watching. Thank you very much. Your Sunday. Beautiful Sunday. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Not working like Wade is. But let me know in the poll. Let me know in the poll what your guess is. Because a bit later in the video, we're going to hop over to this video here by Oscar Ramos. Let's actually watch it together. And let's make sure we come to a conclusion. So how much will 100,000 Crow be worth in 2025? How much will Crow be worth? And by the way, guys, you might not like people like Oscar Ramos because they also talk about different tokens. But honestly, we do need influencers. If you like your Crow back, we need influencers like Oscar Ramos to come in, talk about crypto.com, talk about Cronos, and pump all bags, right? In the end, that's what we need. Retail money is coming in Q3, Q4, right after summer. Right after summer, that's my belief at least. So rather than have Crow dump and pump, this slow downtrend is really, really painful. It is, isn't it? It is. But every time, let me show you this, Edward. Let me show you this. Every time Cronos has a slow downtrend, right? It can suddenly pump like this in just one day. Long downtrend, big pump. So yes, it's really painful. Yes, you probably should have waited and bought here instead of over here. But in the end, the wait is completely worth it. The wait is completely worth it. I bought this week a loaded line. Did try to get some Champions League tickets as well. Which game, Niels? Which game? If you're going to Belgrade, let me know. Let's meet up. And Cliff knows what's up here. Strap in, hit the like button. Helps me a lot, guys. Senja is saying Q4 Crow will go up. I think it's very likely, but of course, guys, no financial advice here. And Jose is saying, don't worry, boys. Crow price action was painful in 2021 until it mooned. Exactly. Honestly, guys, Jose is right. Look at this, right? Look at this painful. This is really painful. I was here really throughout all the dumps, all the pumps in 2021. And this was painful, I'm not gonna lie here. 66%, 66%. Will you guys survive a 66% downtrend? 66. Let's say we actually go down again, guys. 66%. How much will we go down from our last high? It's gonna be painful if that's really the case. If we're going down 66% again, we will go down to about 7 to 8 cents. So I think that's very unlikely. But I'm also watching this chart here. This is my rainbow chart, and we are actually trading below it for the first time in the last 3 months. So this is going to be a very important close. This is going to be a very important weekly close because we need to close this week at about 14 cents 50. 14 cents 50 to be above the rainbow chart here in the blue band. And honestly, it's getting a bit scary to me as well. This was my support line. Otherwise, we're dropping to about 12 cents here. 12 cents, that's the next support line. It is scary though. Okay, we'll stay in Belgium if I win the tickets. I also saw tickets for Club Brugge and I don't know, once more? I don't know. Beautiful games as well. I hope you win. Normally the tickets will be confirmed on the day or 2 days after the close. So the ticket giveaway is ending on the 13th. The 13th, so Monday. So you should be getting a message in, let's say, two to 3 days. What the hell was that? Just got a HP message. I would like it to go back to about 7 cents. Oh, that would be painful though. I would lose. I have some leverage right now. So if I would go down to about 7 cents, that would actually destroy my leverage. So I would actually have to deploy more Crow. I like your way of thinking though, mister. I like the way you're thinking. I don't know how to pronounce this How do you pronounce his name here? Mr. Flower. Mr. Flower. Yeah, the only thing is, right, if you go back to 7 cents, it is, of course, a beautiful buying opportunity. And also, of course, Mr. Edward did mention it's really painful, but right now, I don't know if you guys have a Visa card, right? Do you have a Visa card? If yes, then you're also probably getting free Netflix, free Spotify. So right now, my free Netflix, free Spotify is slowly DCAing at a nice price. So you get more Crow for your Netflix, for your Spotify. So that's pretty good. You say it's out of money. Yeah, I got that feeling as well. I'm saving up for a wedding next year. So I'm like, what if I deploy the money right now? Can I make it back in a year's time? Probably, but it's scary. My wife-to-be would think that's very scary. Sorry, Mrs. Coin Baron. The Baroness. Naomi, welcome as well. Strap him. What do you think, Naomi? Should we gamble the money for the wedding to earn some more? Maybe. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, guys. I haven't said that. If the Coin Baroness comes in, let's not tell her. Anyways, guys, make sure you fill the poll. What will 100,000 Crow be worth at the end of the cycle? I'm gonna watch this video in a few minutes. But first, I do want to talk about some news here. And if you follow me on X, you might know what I'm talking about. Let's quickly go to my X profile here, because I have been talking about this a bit. Here. Let me check. There we go. So the first message here I got for you guys is this news here from the ZK-EVM documents. So it's all publicly available information. No secret news here, and everyone should know it. But if you are an avid Cronos user, so the Cronos chain, you might have noticed really a big lack of bridging options. But the Cronos Labs team has now promised to bring a bridge, a third-party bridge, to have a connection to Solana. So from ZK-EVM to Solana. That is beautiful. That's what we need. Right in time, really, for a new bull market for altcoins. Because I do believe that the Cronos coin is going to boom, guys. That's, of course, a no-brainer in my opinion. Again, no financial advice. But on the Cronos network, there are also tokens. There are also tokens over there. And those will have crazy potential as well. It's a lot more risky, but late in the cycle, people are okay with taking more risk. And especially people from Solana, they are very risk-taking. But this is big news. I really think this is good news. Very much needed as well. What do you guys hold regarding Cronos chain tokens? Do you guys trade Mary? Do you guys trade Karl? Let me know in the comments, please. That's one thing you guys need to know about. So bridging coming soon. And this one is also big. Happy weekend. By the way, if you're on X and I don't follow you yet, let me know in the comments here. I try to follow everyone that posts somewhat bullish about Crow. I mean, it's good to have a bit of the Crow fam, right? This news though, I think this is also quite interesting. And we haven't talked about this one yet. The Cronos social risk dropped to a new yearly low. And we're gonna do a full deep dive into this. What is this indicator, right? What is this indicator? But this is kind of telling you how if retail is in. Is retail in yet for the Cronos token? Right now, we're at rank 26. And it's a bit like the Fear and Greed index. Let me bring that up right now as well. Can I do that? I think I can here. Oh, my indicator is like the other way around. So, of course, you like to see it green here. So the more green, the lower the risk. So the better it is to actually get into the token. And how is this social risk determined? Well, it's a bit of magic. It's honestly a bit of magic, and I will do a deep dive later in the video. But basically, it consists out of a few social risk metrics. For example, here, Google searches. Google searches here for the 0 token. They're actually dropping down. They are dropping down here, guys. The amount of searches is definitely dwindling. Had a top this year when we had the, the roadmap appearing. But right now it is dwindling down. And that's not only visible on Google, but also if you go to my YouTube views. And I try to be very transparent about this, guys. I have no secrets for you guys. And this is honestly, I think, a great risk metric, because the less people care about Crow, the more people are tuned out. They're not investing, they're not actually buying, so the demand is going down. That's actually why, in my opinion, it is a great time to buy when the risk is low. We're very close to the green metric here, but the green part, the green was really when we had this over here. This was the green territory before the roadmap. Then I think the risk metric would be completely green. But right now it's going into the yellow, just into the yellow. Earlier we had it just at about 47 or something like that. So that was quite interesting. That was honestly quite interesting. So right now the Cronos social risk is dropping. Maybe we're getting into the green. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, do follow me at the Coin Baron, guys. I do try to bring up some things. Also, if you haven't seen this one yet, we're also going to get a Kraken listing. Cronos is going to get listed on Kraken. So check that one out. And I had one more thing. I don't know. Something else, probably. Follow me at the Coin Baron, guys. I do post a lot there. Anyways, let's go to the chat a bit. So Red Back tries to go to Club Brugge versus Juventus. We'll see though. Hope you have a nice wedding, my man. Thank you, thank you. We'll get there. There are some good lending protocols on Cronos like Aave and Moonwell. Definitely, Vitor. What I prefer is on ZKAVM as Ampli. I have quite a bit of money in there myself. So that one is good. And Matt as well coming in here. Hello. Let's strap in. Matt is actually, I think, talking about a Cronos chain token, guys. But no financial advice here. Right, because of my IC wide, I'm still feeling like I'm winning when the price is low. Exactly. Andromeda, please keep the chat English. I don't know what's being said here. Please keep it English. Oh my man, Mr. Crypto Runner, welcome. Let's strap in, man. Thanks for keeping the chat clean. Also good to talk to you guys. I think I saw a lot of you people in the Crypto Kip live stream or in the Oscar Ramos live stream. I see so many familiar faces walking around talking about the gospel, really, of Cronos. And I think, guys, you're right in time. I think the Church of Cronos is going to grow only in 2025. You're the early people, the early adopters. You say is quite big into Zero, but also has a couple of baskets. I don't know. I don't know what I think about the baskets. I prefer to buy the tokens myself, just straight out. I don't know what they ask like for like. Is there like a management fee for the baskets? I heard they do like rebalance themselves automatically as well. So if you buy a basket, if you buy a Crypto.com basket, for example, with Crow, with Karl, with CoreAI, whatever, it does try to rebalance based on the current amount of percentages, right? So I think it tries to be about at 60% Crow value and then 10% CoreAI, something about that range. So if CoreAI is really booming a lot, it's trying to sell off a bit of CoreAI and rebalance into Cronos. Jimmy used the supercharger like a basket. I do like that approach though. I do like that approach, Mr. Jimmy, because, well, sometimes you gotta gamble a bit, right? You don't know every token. There is no time to research every token on the freaking chain. So sometimes you're gonna be lucky. Supercharger gives you a few free coins, right? Just a few free coins. That is really nice. Guys, make sure you fill in the poll. Gonna watch together this video here by Oscar Ramos. How much will 100,000 Crow coins be worth? But first, a big hello to Mr. Night Gaming here. Night Gaming, I'm going to swap my last BTC into Crow. Did that about 10 days ago. Buying my last 100,000 Crow. Oh, jeez. That's a nice bag, dude. That's a really nice bag. So the question again is, guys, Mr. Knight, he bought 100,000 Crow. How much will he be worth? Exactly the question, right? Selling interest at about 5 cents and restake for a new card. I do think about taking profit about $1 and at about $3 for 200,000 Crow, dude. That's quite nice. Anyways, how's your weekend been, Knight? I now will start buying some Bitcoin again since I sold a bit too much to buy Crow. You never bought enough Crow, dude, in my opinion. Cronos has its own roadmap. Exactly, Crypto Warfare. Let's take a look together, right? Let's take a look together. Guys, I've been working on the video. I've been working on the video, but it took too long. It took too long. This is the real Cronos roadmap. This is the real deal. This is the real deal here. It's long. With a lot of information. For example, the bridge one. The Solana bridge is all on the roadmap. So nothing I'm sharing is just coming from my ass, right? It's all just straight information from Cronos Labs. And of course, we're gonna have to take everything with a grain of salt. We're gonna have to take everything with a grain of salt. For example, here we talked about this Thursday. What is this Cronos assistant they're talking about here? The top item for Q1 and Q2 for Cronos. That is just a Telegram bot. I'm sorry, it's not a real assistant. It's a Telegram bot that you can actually ask questions to. So for example, Mr. Cronos assistant, how much Crow are currently in circulation? Well, Mr. Coin Baron, 26 billion, something. I think it's already about 27 billion actually. Basically, the Cronos assistant can actually go through the blockchain explorer. He can actually go on the blockchain, check the numbers for you. I'm interested though how many people are going to use this day by day. Just bought some more Crow, great time to buy. Honestly, it's in the red. I like to buy when it's in the red, so I like what you're thinking right now, Jason. Cronos though, oh my man, it's falling more and more. Since we started the live stream, it's falling below quite interesting levels here. Let's quickly go to the minute chart, to the say 50-minute chart here. Oh, this is painful. This is honestly quite painful. Why does it keep dropping right now? It's actually below this level here in the morning. It is not the lowest we have set, really. The lowest we have set in the last week was at exactly the 100-day simple moving average. So I don't have it over here, but it's something like this, guys. So the 100-day is moving up slowly like this, a bit like this. And it is probably bouncing again at this level. We have to be careful though, because every time we touch it, the supports get a bit more fickle. Is fickle the right word? Support is not becoming stronger, at least. Here you can see, right? Support is going up every day. The 100-day is moving up. It's a lagging indicator, they call it. Is there any news about the burns? I'm gonna do a bit more deep dive in the video. We will be releasing, I think, Tuesday, guys. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the burns as well. Definitely gonna talk about the burns here. It's interesting though, because I think the most important thing that nobody is talking about, nobody is really talking about, is this part here, demand. We can talk about less supply, more burns, yeah. We're gonna talk about this, right? Supply isn't really the issue. Supply is not really the issue. It's demand. We need more demand for the token. And that can be done by, for example, the Visa cards, right? Visa cards, part of the demand question. Part of the demand is Visa cards. Part of the demand is maybe Crypto.com buying as rewards. Part of the demand is Cronos chain. Part of the demand is something new here, something new. And this is just so interesting to me. So what they say here, and this is really important, cloud compute payment currency for dApp deployment. Very much fancy words, right? But basically, if you want to be on the Cronos chain and you want to do anything with AI agents, you got to have Crow. You got to have Crow because with the Crow, you can pay for the compute. Basically, it is another gas token, right? To me, this is really big. To me, this is honestly a bit of a game changer. A bit of a game changer because, of course, you always need some kind of narrative. Of course, the token is great, right? I mean, the crypto.com exchange, great. The Cronos chain, in my opinion, is great. But you need some kind of narrative. Last cycle, one of the big narratives was NFTs and metaverse. And a bit of gaming. And Cronos was all about, let's go gaming. Let's do metaverse. Let's do NFTs. There were about 3 or 4 NFT marketplaces. And we still have Ambitious Bay. We still have, I lost the word of it, Minted. The narrative back then was NFTs. I do believe the narrative will change a bit. We have a different narrative this cycle. Still, we might see some more gaming. I have still some gaming plays around. Still think gaming is okay. We always will have something like memes. I mean, yeah, Doge has been around how long already? Doge is still relevant for some reason. But this demand question here, the demand equation we're talking about really, cloud compute payments. How this exactly will work, no clue, unfortunately. We have to wait. Unfortunately, have to wait until we get more information. More information on the roadmap. But this is, I think, really telling. What will you create with AI agents on Cronos? The idea is that Cronos Labs will create the tools. Cronos Labs will create the tools. We have to think about the use cases. And they might help us a bit, right? They might help us a bit. And I also talk about the use case in the video. But make sure, guys, you stay subscribed for that one. It's coming soon. My plan is to upgrade to the Icy White at $2, but my wife wants the Rose Gold. I'm, personally, I don't know what I prefer, Mr. Redbark. I had the same question at home. So this is the Icy White here. This is the Icy White here we have, guys. And the Icy White, it looks, in my opinion, less desirable than the Indigo I personally had before. Still, so far, I don't have the black one. I don't have the prime one. This is my favorite. The Indigo, I think it has a really special color. This gray one is not really, I don't know. If I have it in my wallet, it doesn't really feel special to me because everything is gray, everything is black, everything is, I don't know. Maybe the Rose Gold is actually somewhat more special. It's gold, of course. So here I got a Bitcoin. Well, not an actual Bitcoin, but it's somewhat goldish, right? Feels like gold. This is, by the way, not real gold. This is real cheap plastic. Or it feels a bit like metal. I don't know, man. The Chinese create everything. If you want Bitcoin, guys, you can get it these days easily. There needs to be more volume and higher demand from the outside sources. Exactly. And one of the things that might, well, make sure we get more demand is the cloud compute. Let's take a quick peek, guys, at what's happening on the poll. The poll is running right now live on the channel. Let me check. About 37% says actually, let's get this one open. Does this work? Yeah, what you can see in the poll right now, the poll says about 23%. It's really bearish actually about the Zero token. About 23% says 50,000 for 100,000 Zero. So that's about 50 cents per crow. Then we have about 30% saying about 100,000. Then 37% saying 271,000, and about 10% saying 500,000. Let's end the poll here. let's end the poll here. Let's go to that video, guys. Let's go to that video from Mr. Oscar Ramos. And I want to do a quick prediction before we get started. Naomi really wants the rose gold one. Yeah, exactly. You already have the ruby already, not the ruby. You have the give me one sec, guys. My chat just froze here. Why? Anyways, a quick prediction here, guys, for the video. Quick prediction here, and I need to also stop the other music here. But quick prediction will be that Mr. Oscar Ramos is going to say $300,000. $300,000 for 100,000 crow. I think he's been really talking about a $3 target himself. So that is my prediction here. But let's watch the video. Let me get some headphones on quickly first. To not annoy you guys. One sec here. Uh-oh, what am I doing here? There we go. Let's watch this together, guys. Let's watch this together. And then I need to up the volume here. One sec.
What will 100,000 crow be worth 2025? Guys, let's get right into it. You know how a lot of people always ask for an easy 10x? Like, come on, Oscar, just help me make money, please. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to do leverage, but I want to make it.
By the way, guys, hit the like button. Also for Oscar, right? Also for Oscar.
You're in luck because wow, you actually clicked on this video. Like, there's not many people watching grow because why? I'll explain and I'll take my time, right? Because
there are not that many people watching Crow because the social risk is low, like I mentioned before. People don't care. People don't see any price appreciation, so they don't want to click on the zero videos. Retail isn't ready yet. Only once Bitcoin is really going to lift off from about 108 to about 125, retail is going to be crazy. I'm telling you guys. Maybe actually once Ethereum hits its previous all-time high, I'm gonna see some crazy things.
If there's one project with 110% fundamentals, but 10% recognition, and I've known this one for over three, close to 4 years. Whatever question you want, put it in the comments right now, and I'll take a look at them, guys. Well, this is the time to be really bullish on what's known as crypto.com. And I know a lot of people already know it, but guys, there's products, services, events, partnerships, and exchange, and there's like a gazillion number of things that can go really nice and can go really wrong if not done properly. But thankfully,
I'm really curious what he means by what can go wrong. I mean, in theory, the exchange could go bankrupt, right? That's one of the biggest risks, I think, still with zero. If crypto.com goes bankrupt, then we do have a problem, guys. That's, I'm not gonna lie, that's a risk.
Hopefully,
oh well.
We are preparing for what's going to be a
This one is good, though. This one is really good. The 20th of January, we're going to talk, of course, I think, about more Trump. When Trump is going to go to office, I think there will be some crazy price action. I won't be live streaming or anything, but I'm going to watch the charts. Oh, by the way, Jose, I ordered the Icy White in Europe and moved to the USA before it's shipped. Oh, it's lost somewhere. Maybe Rose Gold is next for me on the crypto.com US. Okay. You can request a new one. You can request a new car, but it will cost you about $50. So that's quite steep. That's really bad, though. Didn't have the same phone number. I could no longer use the CDC EU app. Oh, whoa. Okay. Now waiting till after the bull run to restake. Okay, makes sense. I hope you at least recovered your account and all your crowd stuff. Oh, that seems like quite a hassle.
Like a revolution of cryptocurrency and digital assets and AI here in the United States. And that in and of itself, it helps prices go up. So by the end of this video, I'm gonna answer why back in November 2021, the price of Crow was 88 cents. And in the last almost 4 years, we haven't been able to replicate that. Like, look at that. Just look at that, guys. Flat, mega pump, dump, flat. Like, I like that we are at like close to 15 cents, but before the pump, it was much higher than right now. And there's another token, like you guys saw that chart, okay? Don't forget about that chart. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is Binance BNB. You guys see the difference? We are not.
BNB, by the way, has such a different mechanism, really, for the burns. Really, they have a target to actually burn about 50% the total supply of BNB by 2030, something like that. So that is also why you can clearly see that BNB token, they only went down about 70%. They went down less than Bitcoin, even though we had a lot of FUD as well during the FTX collapse. BNB is a quite special token, honestly. BNB is a quite special token. Let's go on.
Like what's going on? I mean, like, why can the Crow fam enjoy something like this where, okay, we went to 10 cents, but now we're back at 50, at least 40, 30.
We never get something cool
cents.
as the Crow fam.
I'm saying $1 per se, but why can Binance get 100 billion market cap? And if we go back where I was showing you right here, I mean, where is the volume? Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on those notifications.
Let's quickly talk about that volume, because he does mention something quite important, but it's also, I think, one of the strong suits, really, of Cronos, because as you might have heard, about 60% of all of the current supply of Cronos, it is all locked up. It is all locked up and staked currently on the Crypto.com app or on the Cronos chain. So that means that 60% of all the Cronos supply is just sitting there passively. And it's exactly what many people in here, including me, and I don't know how you guys think about finance, how you guys think about, gaining more wealth. But my favorite thing about Crypto.com is the passiveness, right? I can do so many things, and without doing anything myself, like I can just go to the store, I earn more money thanks to my Crypto.com Visa card here, right? So I go to the store, I spend with these cards, I get free crypto. I put my crypto on the app, I get 2% earn or whatever, right? It's all about passive gain. So people on the Crypto.com app are not so really much trading with the Crow, but more staking. That's also, though, why the active supply, it's not really there. There's not much liquidity, guys, for the Zero token, but also there's not much volume.
Notification bells. You'll have the links down below to join me. Get some awesome bonuses up to 10,000, up to 20,000, and even on Crypto.com, get some Crow as well. Bottom line is this, that if you put the same market cap as BNB, we are well past $3. And at 100,000 Crow right now, where you have to pay for 100,000 Crow at 14 cents, guys. Less than $50,000, baby. Come on, like a couple.
Okay, I did mention the 50,000 target in the poll, right? But he says 50,000 is FUD, and I honestly do agree with that. I mean, that's only like a 2x from the previous high we set earlier in Q4 of 2024. So I do believe that's honestly FUD. I do believe, unfortunately, of course, if you have a prediction, if you want to take profit at about 50 cents, please do. Always take profit when you feel taking profit is for you at the right point in time. But okay, we've got a good question here by Redback. Quick question. Every time you strap in, guys, strap in, hit the like button. Does it hurt? Well, it's actually a good question because I don't know if you can see it here. Well, you see this metal part here? This metal part, once it hits your nipple, that it does hurt. So a little tip of advice here from man to man. Don't keep it low. keep this metal part low. Let's go back to the response of this video here. I hope you guys like this, by the way.
For thousands, right? I mean, there's friends asking me for XRP, and for XRP you have to put $250,000 for a lot of XRP. You know, same. I mean, it's just insane the amount, like for 100,000 XRP. So CRO has less supply than Ripple, than XRP, and look at the price. Like, we should be much higher right now, right? I mean, just comparing different circulating supplies, which is pretty cool.
For reference, if anyone doesn't follow the XRP chart, he's right, by the way. So XRP has about, I think, 30 billion of supply right now. And one XRP is worth about $2.50, give or take. Crow has less supply, so 27 billion, give or take. It's only worth 1/10 of one XRP.
Like 30 billion, XRP 100 billion with 57, and it's 2.54. That means, everybody, that you need over, $14,000 for Cronos to be in the 100,000 category right now. But in the past, you needed 88,000. Like, a lot of money, guys. So can we actually get to that 100, $1 per crow, $100,000 for 100,000 crow? The answer is absolutely. I believe it. Absolutely. One of
no financial advice, but I also do believe it.
the things that, to start getting into the reasons what's going on, it has to do with burning. It has to do with who is using. It has to do with the DeFi layer, and it has to do with overall community. Let me explain. Start with burning. Binance burns. Binance burns quarterly. I don't know the specific details because I'm not a Binance fan or like a Binance user because I live in the US, but we all know they burn. Crypto.com, they do not burn actively. The company does not burn. Who burns that we know is the DeFi layer Cronos through the layer 0. That's what's happening on, or even the layer 1, but it's mostly
He's talking about burns, by the way, and let me fact check. I mean, I know it's true, but if you go right now to Cronos burn POS here, you can see the current burns. And as you might have heard before, every 50,000 million crow, we do have another burn. So a new burn is coming very, very soon. And something which is quite interesting, I think, personally, is that this it seems to be speeding up somewhat. It seems to be speeding up somewhat because right now it is only January 2025, right? And the last burn we made, oh, it's hard to see here, but the last burn we had, that was on December 3rd of 2024. So it's only 2 months later, and we're already getting very close to a pending burn. Getting very close. And previously, it took about half a year's time. So previous burn, December 18, 2023. Then July 2nd, guys. That's actually 7 months. Almost 8 even. Let's say 7 months. 7 months for this one. This time around, it seems to be only taking about 2 months. 2 months before we hit the new burn. So I don't know. We might actually be producing more blocks than expected. We might be producing more blocks than expected. So it's interesting. Let me actually dive into that a bit more because it's quite an interesting topic. We might be burning more than you guys expect. Anyways, let's go back to the video.
The layer 0 through the engineers of Cronos chain. That's POS. That's what's going on. Roughly 100 million crow are being burned per year, with 50 million every 6 months or so. And that goes to some proposals, voting, and gets done. 100 million crow. It's a lot of crow. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, right? Millions. Like, it's a lot of money. But it's not enough, right? It's not enough, right? For hundreds of thousands. Like, it's a lot, right? But it's not enough, right? To burn evidently so you can enjoy a nice price pump, what we have seen.
Let me actually increase his argument a bit, because we're not actually burning outstanding supply with this burns we just seen. So the picture I've just shown you, that was actually reduction of inflation. So instead of creating more supply, we're reducing the new supply a bit more. So good to know. The effect wasn't also supposed to actually increase price.
Here. That's one. Products, services, and utility.
Facts, Mr. Apple, facts.
That's where sometimes I have to scratch my head and kind of shake it, because like we know that we've been doing really well as far as adoption and the number of users passing 100 million users with crypto.com. The goal is to get to 1 billion, of course, crypto in every wallet, partnerships, events, sports, deals. I love it, man. And even the connection now with the US government, incoming President Donald J. Trump. Now we see Chris, the CEO, which is good. But why then people are not rushing to buy Crow at 13 cents? Well, I don't want to say that Binance is the reason why, because Binance, they don't have Crow listed on, in their exchange.
By the way, Kraken is about to list CRO, so that might be quite a bullish catalyst. But yeah, Binance is definitely still missing on that list of places where you can buy CRO. Well, they have their own exchange, right? So they should be able to create enough demand anyways.
They don't have other exchanges listed, just a few or one or more. Like very few exchanges are listed on Binance to buy, with like USDT, the pair, but they don't have Crow. The only big exchange that has Crow, I need to go to CoinMarketCap, is CoinMarketCap. If you come here to Crow,
by the way, CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance.
CoinMarketCap mostly is, here in the United States, you can buy Crow, but I mean, BitGet, for some, but if you do centralized exchanges, right, you can start seeing the volume, the amount of.
By the way, just take a look at this, guys. You can see just a minute ago. Let me go back a bit. That was quite interesting. So he went here to all the markets where you can buy CRO. And the number 4, I have to go back a bit. The number 4 here, BitGet, right? BitGet has about 33% of all volume. 33% of all CRO volume. Crypto.com here only has 15%. So BitGet has double the volume that Cronos, like Crypto.com itself. That's interesting, isn't it? Just a small little fact that noticed me. You
can start seeing the volume, the amount of money in the millions. Like, it's not a lot. It's not in the billions of that. It's just not in the billions, guys, right? If you do decentralized exchange, you're going to see some DeFi, maybe not the best and accurate responses, right? But it is what it is. Now, buying Crow is not what this guy is worried about. The volume is what he's worried about. The volume transacted on crypto.com is what a lot of the people worry and they look at and they boast. The answer is crypto.com is right below Binance as far as volume. They're the number 1 here in the United States. They're really good passing Coinbase, passing Robinhood, passing many big exchanges, and crypto.com is not even headquartered in the United States. So
they do have right now their own regional headquarter in Texas, so that might be quite interesting what they will do with that headquarter. They are also right now actively hiring more people there. So if you live near Texas, might be interesting for you, anyways. But it's interesting. It's really interesting. Like I mentioned, though, I think volume. He does say right. Chris cares about volume on Crypto.com and doesn't really care about the volume of specifically the CRO token. And volume is revenue for Crypto.com as a company. People who hold Crow on CDC are true holders and won't sell. This is the low volume. Yeah, 100% Edward, 100%. Higher interest rate would mean higher inflation. Let's quickly continue. By the way, higher interest rates is higher inflation. That's also with the burns. So yeah, the burns do also reduce a bit of the inflation. Wait, I completely missed this one. Also, you need to higher up to actually make the interest rate higher for staking. yeah, it's what Mr. Wolfer mentions here. It's a double-edged sword, right? It's a double-edged sword here. So if we increase, for example, the rewards on the Crypto.com cards, or if we increase the interest rate on Earn or in anything else, you can also sell more Crow, which is you can also get less demand then for the token, right? Or less demand. There's more supply available for selling in that case. Let's wait and see, though. Let's wait and see. Maybe it would be better if Crypto.com actually offers you the option to also get, a Crow, instead of Crow rewards, let you get maybe something like USDC rewards. That would be, I think, even more better for the Zero token.
Oscar,
less selling.
You're telling me, I mean, I'm sure that Cronos easily $1, right? The answer is yes. That is why going to $1 into the price of Crow, it's not a question of if, it's just a matter of when. Why we're not there, people are just not interested as of right now.
That's a fact.
Zero. And I'm talking with people whales. It happens to be an exchange token that when you come here on, kind of taking a look at all the exchange tokens here, filters, category, and we have centralized exchange right here. All the centralized exchanges, we have two above us in market cap. Bitget has been going up really nice, probably because they're burning or something, regarding their token, which is now Leo at 8 billion, 8 billion,
GG
3 billion.
By the way,
These two, Gata, Yo, KuCoin, roughly in a couple of billions. But this just is unbelievable. Like the amount of billions that it's inside Binance is insane. Buybacks, call it like that, Binance.
It's actually crazy because BNB is bigger than all these exchange tokens combined. So there's definitely, I think, a spot for like a nice number second, So let's say 100 billion market cap for BNB, then a nice 50 billion. Like, for example, we got the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's say that kind of difference.
Putting a lot of their money into BNB. Why is the reason that it's too high? I mean, there might be something going on right there, good and bad, but the numbers don't lie. They're still the number one, and for this bull market, it is only expected to go higher. And that's the key.
I quickly want to respond to this as well. So Mr. Apple says, well, the higher interest rate does give you an incentive to buy more Zero. That's also what happened to me when we had the 20% staking offering. I picked up about 8K more. My man here. I just want to give a big shout out to Mr. Apple here. Again, well, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. So it's a special offering, of course, 20% for a limited time, a very limited time. The same, I think, was true when we had the Apple deal, when we had the Samsung deal. I think the Apple-Samsung deal just stopped a few weeks ago. But again, it's another reason to actually start buying more Zero, to stake up for the card, to stake up for the vaults, to stake up for Earn, to stake up for the arena. There are many good incentives.
It's only expected to go higher. Binance cannot go to 1 trillion or half a trillion because that is too much. I believe it's too much, but it will allow other contenders and other different players to go much higher because honestly, guys, even going to $25 billion for Cronos, it will still be under Binance by a landslide. Like, it's just not going to do anything. And it's going to add 20 plus billion market cap.
Oh.
And that.
I just quickly want to reiterate on what he just said. So he says, well, $500 million is impossible for BNB. It is only a 5x. It's only a 5x from here. I think it might be a bit steep. But we might still have some surprises for BNB. I mean, even Ethereum is still definitely needs to go up a bit more as well, in my opinion. Ethereum, for example, I think needs to go up to 10 to 15,000.
At 25, it will put Crow at a $1. Let me show you. If we do 1, we need $27 billion right here. So 25, almost $1. Let's go. And that's it. It's easy, guys. This is an easy quest. Your 100,000 Crow that right now is going to take you, roughly around 10,000 plus bucks, will translate into a lot more money. 10x easy. That's my kind of like reason why I have some decent crowbacks staking, because I know the future is green. The future is going to be those who allow others to buy crypto. And one of the reasons I believe Chris is smiling here, because he knows that the crow price is something that, yes, it kind of would attract a lot of people, but they're focusing more on the back end. So when the real altcoin season comes, people start enjoying a much higher $1 price.
That's a really important take here, because you have to remember also, guys, that currently Crypto.com is one of the top holders. Well, the people on Crypto.com are one of the top holders of the Shiba Inu token. So a big meme coin, of course. Whenever Shiba Inu is going to lift off again, people are right now really inactive. They have bags of Shiba Inu, like, okay, it's not worth selling right now. They're just waiting. They're waiting. And once meme coin season, altcoin season is really taking off again, people also maybe wanted to sell some Shiba Inu, becoming more active on the app as well, seeing opportunities like, for example, other memes, new memes, but also, of course, the CRO token. So they're just getting ready for that moment. Really curious, though, what they have been talking about. This picture, great picture, but so many questions.
What do you think? Guys, you're early, man. You're early. Just look at this. You're early, man. You're super, 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 super early. Before the election, we were at 7 cents crow. Right now, after the pump of December and November, we haven't done anything. People are not paying attention to crow. Look, you might hear me, okay, you're basically chilling, Oscar, chilling, crow. Why is that? Because you have a lot of crow? Well, I do have some decent bags, but I'm not by any means a whale with 1 billion crow or so. Wouldn't be a bad idea to have 1 billion crow, or like 500 million crow, or 1 million crow, right? I think 1 billion crow, you're talking about exchange level, but 1 million crow wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Before actually we do the 10x. So it was never that easy to become a millionaire. And I believe that CRO is a play under the radar. So if you're bullish, this video helped you understand what this amount of crow will be in the future. Well, drop a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you next time, baby.
Give him a quick like, guys, if you can. Subscribe if you haven't. He's a decently chill dude. We also have the Crowcast with him and the Crypto Report, so make sure you give him a follow if you haven't done so, of course. But he's pretty much on the ball here. He's pretty much on the ball because it is early. I mean, that's also why we had the social risk indicator, right? That's why we had the social risk indicator. Cronos right now, ladies and gentlemen, is trading at quite some interesting times. It is trading at quite some interesting levels here. We're slowly getting to the 100-day simple moving average, and it's interesting. We need to have a bounce somewhere soon here. But let's go to the weekly. Because I want to talk about a few more things before we head out. Here. Because, for example, here we have got the Bitcoin dominance, right? We got the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly scale. And this one is quite interesting because we are closing below this little range here. Which means that we probably, so the most likely outcome would be that we are going down. And Bitcoin dominance reducing means better times for altcoins, so including Cronos. However, on the flip side of the coin, we do have this here from Bitcoin versus Crow, and I don't know. It's scary. We're going back to these levels probably at about 1.42 or 0.000142. We will see though. This is something we have to really eye on the few next coming weeks. And the same is true here for Bitcoin. Will this be the low? Or will it not be? My hope is really that we are closing the week a bit higher, that we can at least go back to the blue band here for Cronos. But let's see. That's my 2 cents here, guys. Quick shout out here again to everyone in the chat today. Haven Pack, Let's Freaking Crow, V8 Freak as well tuning in today. Saludos. And as well, Mr. Eric Bag as well. Go to bat. Have a nice weekend, dude. Enjoy your night. Chris as well. Anyone who's bearish and thinks Crow's useless, need to get out crypto. Yeah, exactly. I actually like that take, Chris. On that note, though, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy your last few hours of Sunday, and let's see you next week again. Make sure you are subscribed, hit the like button, and Tuesday we're gonna do a deep dive onto the roadmap, the Cronos roadmap. Tune in, guys. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. Let's get some music out.